I'm pulling mine up right now. So basically we have to kind of group consensus about the ranking of the items. So sorry, I'm just reading this real quick.
No, you're fine.
I'm just really confused where I'm supposed to find the scores.
There is an attachment where you need to put like your scores.
So that the one on the thing is for next week, so I gotta go look at last week real quick. Okay. So it says to begin with a synopsis. I'm just gonna read the thing over to you guys so that we can get a refresher.
Okay.
So it says, nope, that's not it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it says, loading. Okay, you have gone on a Boundary Waters canoe trip with 5 friends to Upper Minnesota and Southern Ontario in the Quetico Provincial Park. Your group has been traveling Sagana-Gons Lake to Kaunipi Lake, following through Canyon Falls and Cannabis Falls and Kenny Lake. 15 to 18 miles away is the closest road, which is arrived at by paddling through lakes and rivers and usually portaging, taking the land path around numerous falls. Sagana-Gons Lake is impossible to cross in bad weather, generally because of heavy rain. The nearest town is Grand Marais, Minnesota, 60 miles away. That town has plenty of camping outfitters, but limited medical help, so residents rely on hospitals farther to the south. The terrain is about 70% land and 30% water, with small patches of land here and there, in between the lakes and rivers. Bears are not uncommon in this region. It's now mid-May when the daytime temperature ranges from about 25 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, often in the same day. Nighttime temperatures can be in the 20s. Rain is frequent during the day, nights too, and can be life-threatening if the temperature is cold. It's unusual for the weather to stay the same for more than a day or two. Generally, it will rain one day and be warm and clear the next, with a third day windy. It's not easy to predict what type of weather will come next. In fact, it may be clear and warm and then rainy and windy all in the same day. Your group was in 2 canoes going down the river when they came to some rapids. Rather than taking the portage route on land, the group foolishly decided to shoot the rapids by canoe. Great job, guys. Unfortunately, everyone fell out of the canoes and some banged against the rocks. Luckily, no one was killed, but one person suffered a broken leg and several others had cuts and bruises. Both canoes were damaged severely. Both were bent in half, one with an open tear of 18 inches, the other with 2 tears of 12 and 15 inches long. Both have broken gunwales. You lost the packs that held the tent, most clothing, nearly all the food, cooking equipment, the fuel, the first aid kit, and the flashlight. Your combined possessions include the items shown in the table that we downloaded. And we had permits to take the trip, but no one knows for sure where we are, and the closest phone is in Grand Marais. You were scheduled back 4 days from now, so it's likely a search party will not be sent until at least 5 more days have passed, because you could have been delayed a day or so in getting back. Just now it has started to drizzle and it looks like rain will follow. Your task is to figure out how to survive in these unpredictable and possibly harsh conditions until you can get help. Okay. So that was the synopsis. So
I want to ask something.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. What is 25 Fahrenheit? Like, is it really cold?
Yeah.
It's
Cold.
Because
below
we don't have Fahrenheit. We have Celsius. So I don't know exactly how much it is.
I'm Googling what it is in Celsius right now. It's -4 Celsius.
Oh, it's like -4. Yeah, that's like really cold. It's like snowing, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's below freezing. Okay. So we need to get everyone to more or less agree on our rankings. So I guess we'll just go around and read what everyone put and then see how similar we were to each other. If that sounds okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I can go first. So do you want me to just read it down the list? Starting with
Yeah, I'm gonna open a document real quick so I can type this in, and then that way I can just keep track. So
Okay.
Colton, yeah, just read it like in order of how you put it.
So are you looking at the Excel sheet that they gave us? Is that what you're looking at?
Mine was a Microsoft Word document,
List?
but
Okay.
wait, I wonder if I can screen share and show you guys.
There is something that says individual error. Like, what is it about?
Can you see my screen? This is what I have.
Yeah, that's the one that
Yeah,
I
I have
got
the
as well.
same.
Okay. He had an Excel sheet somewhere. But anyways, I think it's the same list. It's with fanny pack of food. Yeah. Is that the same?
Does your
okay.
Excel list
So mine
the scores on it?
was yeah.
Where did you get that? I could not find it anywhere.
I don't remember. I'd have to look at it. But if you just want to use that for now, I can just read you my rankings.
What was that? Sorry.
Do you want me to just read you the rankings then?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd have 3, 11, 10, 7, 5, 8, 4, 13, 9, 2, 6, 12.
Oh, you froze. What did you have after 12?
So after 12, I just had 1.
So one is for
Did you?
sleeping bags?
Yeah, I chose that one as my first priority.
Do you not have 14 of them?
Yeah, I had 14.
I have 13.
Did
I
you
don't
get?
know why.
Okay, wait, I got 3, 11, 10, 7, 5, 8, 4, 3, or 8,
No,
4,
so
13.
after 5, 5, 14, 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was missing.
I can go next if you want.
Okay, that would be good.
All right, so I have 2, 8, 9, 7, 12, 14, 1, 13, 6, 11, 4, 10, 5, and 3.
Okay, shoot, I couldn't keep up with you, dude.
I can go slower.
9,
So,
7, 12.
9, 7, 12, 14, 1, 13, 6, 11, 4, 10, 5, and 3. Is that better?
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm like
No, you're totally fine.
struggling with everything tonight, you guys. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't know why, but I only have 13 items.
Huh. I have 14.
One is the
Yeah.
fanny pack, like plastic cover map. personal floating devices, 2 fishing poles, set of clothes, 1 yellow frisbee, water purification tablets, duct tape, whiskey, insect repellent, matches, parachute cord, compass, and 6 sleeping bags.
Yeah, that's 14.
Yeah, that's 14. That's all of them.
Let me check. Maybe I did something wrong.
You probably just like gave 2 of them the same number.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, while she checks, Colton, what? I'm trying to find the sheet that you have.
I
And
can email it to you.
did you put yours on there, like your information on there too?
Yeah, I did. So you can just delete it off.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very confused. Okay, let me open my email.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Does it have like a spot for everyone's stuff?
So it doesn't have a spot for everyone's, but it has your individual spot, and then it has the group spot, and then it has an expert ranking. So I'm guessing, I think the group leader has that on the agenda. And then it has a formula that calculates the score.
Yeah.
So it automatically does it for you.
Okay.
I'll send it to everybody as well.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I just found a mistake.
Okay. So, all right, I'm looking at all right. I'll film my rankings later, but
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I made.
are you ready, Myra?
It's because I made a mistake, so I'm like, checking everything. Just wait a second. Okay, so this is 13. Okay, so I have 3, 5,
3,
10,
3, 10,
6, 12, 14, 1, 8, 13, 9, 4, 7, 2, 11.
Wait, 1, 8,
1, 8, 13, 9,
4.
2,
Wait, 9, 4, 2, is that what you said?
9, 4, 7,
Oh, okay.
2, 11. But maybe like it got confused because I miss a number.
Yeah. Wait, I'm looking for what number you.
Because everything
5 is what
got
you.
confused right now because I missed one number.
That's okay. We'll just go off of that for now. And then mine was 3, 1, 9, 12, 10, 14, 2, 8, 11, 13, 5, 7, 4, and 6. So for the most part, all of our fanny packs of food was about the same level for everyone.
Oh.
And
so group ranking is 3.
What was that? Hello?
So do we want to go through and kind of talk
The
about
reasons why we
ranking
chose what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go through each person, but maybe just as a group decide, we can mention some of the reasons why, but do you guys just want to start as number 1? What's the most important thing you think we should take
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that would be
and just go through the list?
yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So, well, on the group discussion agenda, it says to talk about the most significant issues facing the group and the first actions and the key items. So, like that kind of, like what you're saying, Colton, will take us down that way.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's do that. What are the most significant issues facing the group right now?
So the weather, I mean, it's rainy.
We're wet.
Yeah, more wet. And I mean, they're limited on food, but they're also injured. So they're not exactly mobile. At least not all of them are.
Yeah.
And they don't have, like, they cannot go back because the canoes are damaged.
Yeah. Well, and most of our food is lost too. Most of like our super important resources are gone.
We
So,
have limited resources for a lot of people.
yeah, limited resources for a lot of people and 4 to 5 days left.
Yeah.
So, what are the first actions that should be taken?
I think they should set up some sort of shelter so they can be out of the elements and maybe get warm. And I don't know if they can start a fire, but I mean, they're going to have to, some of them are going to have to stay stationary, like the guy with the broken leg. I don't think he's going to be able to move around or get help. And so I think he's probably going to have to stay until somebody comes back for help.
Yeah, unless everyone carries him. So, okay, I guess what we should talk about is who thinks that we should stay in one spot and who thinks that we should try to find a way out.
I think that we
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just was saying I put the map as number 1 on my list because I thought that would be a way that we could find help rather than stay in one spot. But everyone else didn't think so.
Well, I mean, I think that kind of like Colton was saying, like, you do have some people that are injured. I guess you can divide the group, but is that really the best thing to do, though, with the amount of resources that we have and stuff, or that they have?
Right.
So, like, I was thinking just kind of staying in that spot and just kind of trying to find shelter and trying to basically get away from the elements and just kind of trying to stay safe.
Yeah, maybe staying is the best option. So that puts the map a little further down on the list.
Yeah, priority would be make shelter and then once the people with the broken legs or injuries are kind of okay, then maybe go get help.
Yeah. So would we say for what are we looking at? Would we say that the sleeping bags are number 1 or like food, set of clothes? If we're making shelter, what do we want first?
I put like the first like thin water purification tablets because like you literally die without water. So for me, like, water is essential and it's like the first thing on the list.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. What about you guys?
I put the sleeping bags as number 1 just because it's cold and we'll need something dry to warm up in. And I don't know.
I use the water purification tablets as well.
Okay.
Number 1.
So we'll put, since majority of people said water purification, we'll do that. But I do think that the first main things we need are food and water, sleeping bag, like Colton said, and then maybe matches because everyone's wet and it's going to get cold. So we're going to want to start a fire.
Yeah.
So number 2, should we put sleeping bags is number 2, or food, or matches?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think like shelter is really important because if you get hypothermia, then you die instantly, and food doesn't matter and water doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I agree because honestly, like my number 1 was the water, my number 2 was fanny packs, 3 was the sleeping bags, and 4 were matches. So I
yeah,
think,
okay,
I mean, either way or whatever order that, it doesn't really matter as long as we have those on top of the list.
yeah,
Okay. I'll put sleeping bag next so we don't get hypothermia.
Okay, so we
Then
have
food,
first water
a little
and
hungry.
sleeping bags.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. So third,
And then was fanny packed with food next? Is that kind of what we talked about?
I think so.
Yes,
Yeah, that sounds
I
good.
have fanny packs at like number 3.
and then matches
Okay.
is number 4.
I think matches would be a smart thing to have. Number 4.
Okay.
So also something that I had high on my list that I kind of saw that everyone else had low was whiskey. So it's a good combustible, and not only that though, like it's good for like if anyone has like cuts or anything. It's like what's it called? It's kind of like it's alcohol, so
Yeah.
it
Yes, I thought
that's
the
kind of
same.
why I had it high on the list as well.
Interesting. I thought about it for cuts, but not for like scout juice. So that's a good idea.
For what? What was that?
It's like lighter fluid.
Yeah, and like on
Lighter
cuts,
fluid.
it'll kill bacteria.
Okay.
Okay,
I-
I thought about it like, but for clots like alcohol you put on your when you have like something, a wound.
Like I saw that we had matches, but I didn't see anything else that we can use. And like, I mean, I just thought it was like a good combustible, so that's kind of why it was high on my list.
Yeah, that makes sense. What were you gonna say, Colton?
I mean, I think what you said is all true, but I think there's more important things. 'Cause, yeah, you're right, but I think the matches can cover the few. But I mean, yeah, sure they might get infection stuff, but that's more of a prolonged thing. Like it'll set in a few days. I don't know.
Like
I just don't
I
think.
get that, but like as well, like how they said that the weather was extreme as well. It can rain today, it can be sunny tomorrow, whatever it is. Like bacteria grows on you know, like depending on the temperatures and stuff like that. And if the temperatures are dropping that low as well, I don't know. That's kind of what I thought.
If you guys want, we can do it as the next one. I'd be fine with that.
What was that?
If we want to do it as number 5, that's fine.
Okay.
Which is number 5?
Okay, so we're talking about whiskey as number 5. Colton, what was your idea though? What did you think was more important?
A map, I think, is more important.
Or like you want to try to fish for food. I don't know that, but
Yeah.
I think that now that we have food and shelter, the next step will be like to get out of there. So it will be like a cover map for me.
Well, Colton, what Colton was saying was like, okay, the food we have is like cheese and salami, so like fishing poles would be smart to like,
So we can actually catch food and stuff.
yeah,
But it says like it's broken.
hooks and stuff, or just the poles. Do we have string?
No, but we have the
I think the
parachute
poles
cord,
would
I guess.
and hooks and stuff. It would just the pole broken. I think about the
Colton, you're super laggy. I don't know if it's for everyone, but it is for me. Can you
Yeah,
repeat what
I
you
thought
said?
it was just
Yeah,
me.
it is for me too.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Um,
It sounded like what he had to say was important, but
Can you guys
no.
hear me?
Now I can, but it kind of like cuts off
Now
and
you
stuff.
can?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the internet connection.
I can hear you guys.
oh, sorry.
No, because like I think I don't know if I heard right, but you said like the fishing poles should probably be high on the list, right? Because you can catch your food and stuff. But then it cut off like right after that, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was saying what Mauro was saying was a good point. How she said, we've kind of settled in, and now maybe we should look at stuff to get help.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could put a map as number 6.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't have number 5. Number 5 was a whiskey.
Yeah.
And I'd say if we have the map,
Oh.
probably the next best thing to do is the compass.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because what good's the map without the compass?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think you don't necessarily need a compass. I mean, if you know where you are in the map, you don't necessarily need a compass.
But how
There are
would we
those
know
people
where we're
that
at?
always know which direction they're facing, but I'm not
I
one
am
of them.
horrible with that. Yeah, that's why I thought a compass
Because-
was probably good because I am not good at that.
Because you can use the sun to find north and south and east and west and stuff like that. I mean, if you were, I don't know. I think there's other workarounds for a compass. I wouldn't put that as a high priority. I had it as number 12 on the list.
Really? No, without it, I'd
Have
probably
you ever-
die. So.
Have you
Just
ever
gotta-
gone camping?
Oh yeah, because I mean, you can always look at the sun. The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west, and I don't know if you have a map and can triangulate where you're at, then you don't
Okay.
really need a compass.
What about all right. So we have 6 as the map. And the next, do we want I mean,
I think, I mean, if we're gonna travel to go get help, do you think they would fix the canoes, or because it said it was like
Duct tape and
really
stuff?
wetlands, right? So what if we needed stuff to fix the canoes, like the duct tape, or maybe I don't know if we could use a frisbee to fix it, or
Yeah,
the
that was
paracord.
14. Just throwing that out there.
I mean, I think the duct tape should probably be next because it's universal. You can use it for a lot of different things.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it could probably help out with the people who have the broken limbs and stuff. Create
that?
some kind of.
So duct tape for number 7 then?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good.
What about like parachute cord or
Yeah, I think the parachute cord would probably be useful too.
Yeah, because I mean, it says that some people might have broken something. If we're gonna try to leave, we should probably try to create some kind of like, I don't know, something with like the parachute cord, the duct tape, and perhaps even like, I don't know, something.
the extra clothes?
The wet clothes.
The frisbee.
I
the
think
frisbee.
the frisbee.
devices?
Yeah, what?
The flotation devices?
Yeah, that'd probably be smart too.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna travel by river, it'd probably be good. You want to do that as number 9?
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so parachute 8 and flotation devices 9.
Yep.
Also, shouldn't we have insect repellent on there too?
I mean, we're not going to die from bug bites, right?
I mean, I
You
don't
can
know.
definitely die for bug bites.
Like I was in
Even for
Thailand, and I know
mosquitoes.
that mosquitoes carry Zika and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
So like,
All right, I'll
My
put it as
country, we
number
have
10.
Zika, so
yeah,
you can definitely die for mosquitoes.
I don't want Zika. So
Okay. I put it as number 10.
just throwing that out there, or malaria, or whatever else they carry.
But maybe if it's in United States, then we don't need that.
Right? Mosquitoes
Oh,
are vicious everywhere.
do you want
But...
to do the polls next?
The polls
Wait, which
next?
one? Yeah, I think so.
Okay, wait. Should we just agree right now that the compass would be 14?
I thought the
No,
frisbee was
the
going to be
yellow
14.
frisbee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
the frisbee should be
too many
15.
uses for it, but I might just not be smart or something.
Okay, frisbee is 14 and compass is 13. So that
Yeah,
means
that's
the wet clothes is 12.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
what I have it as.
Okay.
All right, you guys pull up your list and look at it, and I'll tell you the numbers just so we can review what the order that we have.
Okay.
We have 3, 6, 9, 11, 12, 14, 1, 7, 5, 10, 4, 8, 13, 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so now everyone, could you put it in column C? I'll read it to you again.
Give me a second, okay, because I'm connected on my phone. I have like nothing to write with.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to say the expert ranking?
Yeah, well,
The
we
group
are
first,
starting the ranking right now, and then we'll go over the expert one.
Can you go
Okay.
ahead?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 6, 9,
Okay.
11, 12, 14,
Okay.
1, 7, 5, 10, 4, 8, 13, and 2.
All right. Perfect.
Okay. So now we're going to go over the expert rankings. Should be fun. Okay, background for expert rankings. The correct answers are based on the opinions of 2 experts. And then it gives their names. The experts agreed that the best course of action for the group was to repair one of the canoes and send 2 of the most experienced and least injured people to paddle to a road and go to Grand Marais for help. Because a search party would not leave for at least 5 days and might not find the group for a couple days more, this would cause severe hardship on the group, particularly the one with the broken leg. Food is way down and there's minimal protection from rain and cold, since the tent and tarps were lost. Cold and rainy weather at this time of year is life-threatening, so the group must get help as soon as possible. It is estimated the group of 2 would move faster than if everyone went along and they could get help within 1 day. Then a helicopter could be sent to the campsite. Okay. First priority of the group then is to go for help. However, in order to do this and to survive, it is important to get warm and try to dry out wet clothing and sleeping bags. However, since it has started to drizzle and may rain, there is no assurance things will get dry soon. In that case, the party of 2 needs to leave quickly in wet clothes and take their wet sleeping bags with them. So that means the first one would be sleeping bags then?
Wow, Colton. Sleeping bags.
That's
Wait.
good.
Oh, I'm not done reading. Hold on. There's almost no food left, most of it having been lost in the rapids. About half should go to the paddlers who will have less time to gather food, but who will presumably get to, a lot of this is misspelled, sorry guys. Presumably get to a food source sooner. The experts said as long as they have water, they could go for 3 days without food and still function adequately. On the third day, they would get shaky. Those left behind can try to catch some fish to eat. Okay, so the two leaving should take
The water
some.
tablets? I am so confused. So is this like, is it gonna give you like the numbers at the end, or is it like?
Yeah, and
Oh,
now I'm to the numbers. Sorry.
Oh,
no,
okay.
totally fine. I just had no idea. If I
Okay.
had
I
to
had no
decide.
idea.
The expert rankings are number 1, duct tape. So let me put that in on the chart real quick.
Okay.
That was not what I thought. Says this is the most essential thing because it's the only. Oh, it was telling us like what our course of action should be, and now it's telling us what our items need to be and why.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the most essential thing because it's the only way to repair the canoe. It can be used to patch up the 10-inch tear and to fix the broken gunwales. Other uses for the tape, which the experts say is essential on any such trip, is to repair the fishing poles and to use with large sticks to set a temporary splint for the broken bone. Lastly, it can be used to fashion a makeshift pan to boil water. However, caution must be used to keep the tape far enough away from the flame and to not allow water to get so hot and adhesive that the adhesive will melt. Interesting. So experts say duct tape is number 1.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
And number 2 is personal flotation devices. These are useful mostly because they help keep the body warm. They can be worn as vests to keep the torso warm or used as sit pages or pillows on wet or cold ground. Right now, the clothes are all wet. Even when personal flotation devices are wet, they still provide warmth. Interesting. Okay. Guys, this is all good for when we get stranded in a forest.
Good thing we're doing this now, or else I would have died.
I know. Okay. Number 3 is the map. This is interesting. Okay. Map of the area is essential for the 2 people striking out to get help. It would be almost impossible to navigate out of the lakes into a road without the map. The plastic covering also makes the map useful as a makeshift umbrella.
Okay.
Number 4 is sleeping bags.
Sweet.
And it says, important to keep warm both for paddlers as well as those staying behind. Even though the bags are wet, they still provide some warmth if they are sympathetic. It is important to dry them out as soon as possible, though. The bags can be used day or night for warmth. Number 5 is matches. Start a fire as soon as the drizzle or rain stops and begin drying out the clothes. The extra set of clothes can be dried out and put on at the same time that some people strip down and get into sleeping bags while their clothes dry. Fires can be started from the plentiful wood pieces in the area. Birch bark is used as fire starter. This first is important for cooking purposes, also as well as providing warmth for the group. The weather had not started to drizzle and looked like it was going to rain soon. Then matches would have been number 3 in order to get clothes and sleeping bags dry, especially for those leaving food. Oh, especially for those leaving. Oh, what's number 3? It says if it wasn't raining, then matches would have been higher on the list. Okay. Number 6. Is everyone following along? Do I need to read?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6 is food. So,
Funny pack.
yeah. Is everyone making sure to fill out their chart as we read these?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. Though there isn't much, it is still very helpful. It will be divided and rationed so that it doesn't run out quickly. For those staying behind, it is hoped that within a day, fish can be caught. However, in the meantime, the food that remains should somehow be protected from bears. Guys, there's bears here.
Okay, this story is so weird. They keep adding stuff to it. How the heck?
No.
I'm supposed to know.
What
I'm
else
supposed
can
to
go
do a
wrong?
Search party. I die. No.
Yeah, I'd be done. I think Colton's the only one that would survive in this situation.
Yeah, Colton is the only one.
Colton, are you
I'm
an
the
Eagle
broken
Scout?
leg, guys.
Are you an Eagle?
Oh,
You sound like one. It's good though.
All right, number 7 is the clothes.
Wet
When it
clothes.
stops raining, the extra clothes need to be dried out, and the 3 of the remaining people can wear them. This greatly helps chances of survival for keeping dry and increases warmth. Dry clothes are even more important than securing additional food to eat.
Really?
So-
I thought like clothes didn't matter when you were going to die.
Yeah. So that's why fishing poles is number 8 now, is because clothes were more important than food. Because we need to stay warm. So fishing poles is 8. Once the duct tape is used, the pole should be fit for fishing in a lake where northern walleye and lake trout, averaging 2 to 5 pounds, can be caught and cooked over the fire. A stick may be used as a spit to roast the fish, or a makeshift pan from duct tape can boil the fish.
Okay.
Number 9 is parachute cord. It says this cord has many uses as a line dry to clothes, though bushes can be used too to secure the food in a tree away from bears, and if the duct tape runs out, the cord can be used for splinting the leg and for repairing the gunwales on the canoe. In order to do this, poke the holes near either side of the top using the jackknife. Oh, we have a jackknife, you guys.
What the heck? Okay, what else do we have?
I don't know. Okay, pull the cord through the hole and tie it securely. Number 10 is insect repellent. Guys, we got it right on our group ranking.
The only thing.
That's the only
very
one.
cool.
And I guess the frisbee.
Watch. Ugh, they're gonna have like 30 uses for that frisbee.
Yeah. Okay. For protection from mosquitoes and black flies, which are both persistent and thick, as well as wood ticks and deer ticks, which often spread Lyme's disease. And then number 11 is water purification. So far down on the list.
What's the water at the end?
Number 11. It says, mildly important because the water in these areas is often not purse. However, the disease to worry about the most is Giardia, a protozoa in the water. It takes 2 weeks to take. What?
It's Giardia. Sorry for that.
That's okay. Giardia?
Giardia. Yeah.
Okay.
I
By that time, everyone should be home in water.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
What?
You're cutting off again, Colton.
I'm sorry.
Guys, we only need to stay alive for 5 days, so it doesn't matter if we drink bad water because that'll kill us after 14 days.
Oh, that's wonderful. I guess it's safe to drink murky water, guys.
Yeah. So that was water purification tablets was 11. 12 is the yellow frisbee.
What the heck?
What?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to hear this.
How can the yellow frisbee be more important than, like, I don't know, whiskey that can heal wounds?
It could heal the soul if you ask some of my investigators. But
Can heal the soul.
sorry, let's keep going.
Though it was brought for recreation, it actually has some survival value. One use is to heat water in it, being careful that the heat does not melt the plastic. Fish can be boiled in it as well as can hard candies and water to provide a warm liquid for the group. We have hard candies. The
Okay,
frisbee can
that's
be
like
used to
so
fan.
hypothetical. Anyway.
Yes.
The frisbee can be used to fan the fire through blowing on, though blowing on it works too, and can be used for recreation to ease the tension.
Oh
It's like
gosh.
then you can create a cell phone with a frisbee.
Seriously though. Like you can throw it and it'll find help for you.
Something like that. All right, number 13 is the compass.
Yes.
13. Ah, we have that right. 13.
This is not as important as the other items because the paddlers are well equipped to navigate the lakes with the map. You were right, Colton.
Yeah.
You see, Nia is the only one that is going to survive.
Well, now I feel like I'm drunk. Okay.
Okay, and then 14 is whiskey.
Well, I feel like a drunk now. Thanks.
No, your logic made sense, but let's just read what it says. It says, some may think this is useful for energy or to keep warm, but actually it has the opposite effect and should only be used as a last resort for pain, broken bones, because alcohol causes dehydration and hypothermia, making you colder. After drinking alcohol, the blood capillaries expand, and initially the driver feels warm. However, heat is actually being lost, and later there's sudden feeling of being very, very cold.
Oh.
But they only analyze it if you drink it.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of consuming it. I'm not a drunk.
Yeah.
No, I believe in word of wisdom.
Okay, so now we need to discuss what was significantly different and significantly similar between our rankings and the rankings of. I guess we kind of talked about it as we were going through
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
maybe a couple of the biggest ones are maybe the duct tape. We were kind of far off.
Frisbee as well.
Oh, yeah, the frisbee.
We're not too far though. We did put
No,
it
we're
down.
not. Yeah, not too far.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, okay. What can we learn from this experience, you guys? Whiskey
I'm
is not
gonna.
important.
It's okay, guys. I won't really have whiskey with me when I travel, so we'll be fine.
That wouldn't really be on my list of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once we talked about like what the experts did, it kind of, I don't know, put a different perspective. They had kind of like a clear plan, and they had like clear reasons of why they would use everything. I was
Yeah.
guessing. I mean, we all kind of had our own reasons, but kind of cool to see.
I learned that Colton has to be part of the group of 6 I take. So, just,
Yeah. Okay, so I need to ask you guys to finalize your table scores, including your individual, group, and persuasion scores at the bottom of the table.
What is persuasion score?
It's the score that he gives you on that table or whatever, the one that Colton
Yeah,
sent
it
out.
automatically is adding them all up.
I'm sorry.
So,
Could you please repeat the persuasion score? I didn't get it.
Oh, it's just automatically adding it up if you're using the Excel sheet. I don't really know what it is.
I'm not using the Excel sheet. So I think it's like B minus C. Is that it?
No, it's
Does
column
it work?
F is the persuasion score.
Yeah, it has a weird formula. It has an FN.
B minus C, yeah, that's what it looks like.
like, you just plug in all the numbers in the yellow cells, and then it'll calculate it automatically.
I don't have any yellow cells.
Are you using the paper that Colton emailed out? You should use that one because it'll be easier.
I was using like something that was in the case study preparation. I will check. You send a spreadsheet with the formulas.
Yeah. So that's
So
everything there.
in that case, I only need to have these 3 columns, and then it will be added.
Yeah. So
So
Lexi,
no, go ahead.
my individual score was 21, and my persuasion score was 21 as well.
So my individual score was 28 and my persuasion was 17.
So my laptop is dead, and I'm using my phone, so I can't calculate mine. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just figured I was gonna plug it in after. Like
You just need to know it for when you turn it in.
perfect. Yeah, I wrote down our group stuff, and then the other one I just have to plug it in, I guess, later.
Okay. It says, oh. Wait, I actually need. So I need all the in everyone's individual. Okay, that everyone's individual, group, and persuasion scores. So Colton, what were yours? 21.
All 20s. One.
What was that?
They were both 21.
And what about the group score?
26.
Group is the same, huh?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And then Artie, if once you get your laptop charged, if you could just text the group chat what your individual and persuasion scores were so I can put that in.
Okay, let me see if I can do it. I have like 3%. Let me see if I can do it because I'm not gonna be able to charge it till tomorrow.
Oh,
so
okay.
let me see if it's enough time.
Okay, because I need the average of everyone. And then Myra.
Mine is loading.
Okay.
The Google sheet that Colton sent is loading, but I don't know why it's not opening. I can open it in a Mac, right?
Yeah, you should be. That's what we have. Well, Lexi, do you need anything else from me? I actually have to do a couple more things tonight, and so is it all right if I slip out early?
Yeah,
I have the broadcast. I guess I can't.
I
have a question.
Well, I mean, I can just email it like in a minute or so. It's not
I think Lexi just left.
So for right now, we need to do a quiz, right? So
sorry, I accidentally left.
There you are.
For today, we need to do a quiz, right?
You just have to everything we talked about. You just rank it. That's it.
Okay, but it needs to be my score or the expert score?
Oh, your score.
It's
your
yours,
score.
yeah. You get a whatever. You still get an A just for writing it down. So.
Okay, I thought I got 0 if I didn't put it right.
No, you're fine.
Okay. No, and so after you can take the quiz and do your individual score or your individual listings, and then we have to write a conclusion later. So that'll be afterwards.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to have the same conclusion?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so this is the last part that we do together, right? Then we go separate, we do it individually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Colton, you're good to go because I just need everyone's information, and Myra and Artie's isn't ready right this very second, but there's nothing else to talk about, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Because I just need the information to post on the discussion board for the group leaders.
Okay,
yeah,
I think it's
finally
What?
I'll send the link to you. Discussion board.
Okay, thank you so much, Colton. You saved my butt.
Okay, I'm doing it right now. Okay, Lexi.
Okay. Sorry, Colton, you're lagging again, so I'm not sure if you're saying anything.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
just send the link when you can.
okay.
Thank you. Artie, how are your numbers coming?
It's going good. I just have like 1%, so I'm like